Boys and girls, I have been so proud and happy with the way that you've been writing so well. Together we've written about things that we love, memories we never want to forget, and those things that are really important to us. But sometimes I get a little stuck because I run out of those ideas. So today we're going to be talking about another way that writers can get ideas, which is from looking at our everyday lives, looking at things that happen often in our everyday lives. There's lots to pick from there. And when we write about those things, we could probably relate to each other because those everyday life things look like things, like getting ready for bed, going to school, those daily routines. So we can relate to one another when we're writing about those things, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So today I brought in a story that I started yesterday, and it was about something that I did every day. And so my story starts off saying, each day after my English class, I would get a Pop-Tart from the vending machine with a friend. I would do this daily. So this is the beginning of my story, and as you can tell, I picked my topic because it was something that I did daily. So I'm going to write the second half of my story with you today. And I'm going to start off my story with the word one day because something different happened this day. So one day, something different happened. I started off with a hook, so something different happened, but you don't know what it is yet. So something different happened. I'm going to give some details. I'm going to say I put the money in the machine. And remember, I was buying Pop-Tarts. So not one, but 2 Pop-Tarts came down. Oh, wow, that was so exciting for me. So I'm going to put an exclamation point to let the reader know that I was excited. And I'm also going to write, I was so excited. Because I want to convey that emotion. I want the reader to know that I was excited. So I put another exclamation point there. So now I told you that something different happened. I told you what happened. I got 2 Pop-Tarts for the price of 1, which was exciting. But I haven't told you what happened after that. I need to wrap up my story somehow. And what I did after that was I shared them with my friend. So I wrapped up my story. So I'm going to read through my story again. And it says, each day after my English class, I would get a Pop-Tart from the vending machine with a friend. I would do this daily. I like that part. I've already worked on that one a little bit. I just wrote this one, so I might have to change some things. One day, something different happened. I put the money in the machine, and not 1, but 2 Pop-Tarts came down. I was so excited. I shared them with my friend. Okay, I'm seeing this word here, different, and you know what? I use that word really often, so I'm going to change that word from different to curious. Oh, I like that a lot more. That's a good, strong word. And there's another word here I'd like to change, which is the word excited. Now, boys and girls, could you come up for a different word for excited so I can use a good, strong word that we don't use very often? All right, what do you think we could use? Ooh, the word thrilled. That's a great, strong word. So I was so thrilled. Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. Okay, so now that I've shared with you my story and how I wrote it, let's talk about some topics that we can write about. But before we do that, we're going to ask ourselves the question, why? Why can we write about these things that happen in our everyday lives? Why is it important? And I mentioned a couple of reasons at the beginning of this lesson. So let's see if we can remember. So you're saying that things that happen in our everyday lives can happen in the lives of someone else. So you're saying we can relate to each other. So we can relate, find things in common from other people's stories. Very good. And another reason I'm going to share with you is there's lots to pick from. There is so much to pick from. There's so many things that happen in our everyday lives. Okay, so before we talk about some things that we can write about from our everyday lives, I want you to talk with your partner, and I want you to brainstorm some ideas of topics that we can write about in our everyday lives. So go ahead and write those down in your notebook. So once you talk about it with your neighbor, write it down in your notebook, and I'm going to give you some time to think about it. Okay, so what have we come up with? Okay, so we can write about things that happen at home. So you're talking about walking the dog, doing the dishes, so we can talk about things that happen at home, things at home. Things that happen at home. And I'm going to draw a little house here to remind us what this is about. So I'm going to draw a little house with a front door. Oh, so pretty. Okay, what else? Can someone else share what they thought about? So where are we right now? We're at school. So we come here every day. We can write about things that happen at school. Things that happen at school. And I'm going to put an A, B, C, and a 1, 2, 3 there. Those are some things we learn here too. So things that happen at school. And I'm going to share with you what I wrote about, which was an everyday topic, which was a daily routine. I wrote about a daily routine. There we go. What else can we write about? We can write about our friends. So we can write about things that we do together with our friends. Things with friends. Things with friends. So I'm going to put some stick figures here to show our friends. And we're happy and smiling with our friends. Very good. Okay, one more last topic that we can write about. What's something that we do in the middle of the day here? What's your favorite part of the day? Recess. So we go to the playground and play there at recess. So lots of things happen at recess. So let's go ahead and say things that happen on the playground. On the playground. I'm going to put a swing set there because I used to love the swings when I was your age. Some of my favorite memories were on the swing. All right. So now that we've created this lovely chart here, we can see that there's a lot of different things to pick from when it comes to writing about things that happen often in our everyday lives. So I want you to be thinking about the things that you either wrote down in your notebook or things that you see here on this chart as you write your piece. Okay, so now we're going to move into our independent reading time, and I want you to be thinking about these things and pick a topic that's relevant to our everyday lives, okay? So make sure to grab the things that you need for your independent reading time, and I'm going to start dismissing our students off. Those who have blue shoes can go next. Those who have red shoes, etc.